Hi, the upcoming months promise to be a true celebration for all video game enthusiasts, with many major releases from the industry's leading studios. In this video, I'll talk about the 20 most promising ones. These games will set new standards in the world of video games and provide us with unforgettable experiences. No matter what genre you prefer, whether it's dynamic shooters, captivating RPGs, or atmospheric adventures, you'll definitely find something in this video that will pique your interest. I'll start with Doom: The Dark Ages. As a prequel to Doom, the storyline will detail how the Doom Slayer fought demons in another dimension long before the events of Doom 2016. An epic story is expected, with reimagined familiar weapons and a massive controllable battle robot. The developers promise that the new game will shed light on the origins of one of the main heroes of first-person shooters and answer many questions. Perfect Dark. This is a reboot of the cult shooter Perfect Dark from 2000. It's a thriller about secret agents set in the near future, filled with spies, new technologies, and mysteries. The main character, an elite agent, is tasked with tracking down the world's most wanted criminal. The main focus is on exploring the environment and stealthily infiltrating dangerous territories. However, the main character can switch to close combat or open fire with a pistol when necessary. Avowed. In recent years, Obsidian has been experimenting. Avowed will be Obsidian's first major RPG since the action game The Outer Worlds. Little is known about Avowed so far. Trailers show a classic RPG in the best Obsidian traditions. A compact open world, first-person combat, and dark humor, with well-crafted dialogues revealing the characters and the game's universe. Avowed does not limit weapon choices. Swing a sword, shoot a bow, or rely on magic. You can also enlist the support of 2 companions, controlled by artificial intelligence. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. The new installment continues the story of Inquisition. The main character gathers a team to save the continent. One of the villains will be Celes, a companion of the protagonist from the previous game. The game was first introduced in 2020 with the subtitle Dreadwolf. 4 years later, the new Dragon Age has changed its visual style and title. The developers have moved away from dark fantasy, making the 4th part brighter. The trailer did not please everyone. Silent Hill 2. The last numbered installment of the legendary horror series Silent Hill was released over 10 years ago. Now, Konami is seriously considering reviving the franchise. After the failed experiment in the form of the interactive series Ascension, a remake of the second Silent Hill will be released. The Polish studio Bloober Team, known for horror games like Layers of Fear and Observer, is working on the remake, with help from the original creators, the monster designer and composer. The remake will feature cutting-edge graphics on Unreal Engine 5, a third-person view, and an updated combat system. The core plot will remain unchanged. Bloober Team has stated they want to preserve the spirit of the original. However, there will be some script changes. The protagonist has been made a bit older, new scenes have been added, and some dialogues will be altered. Call of Duty: Black Ops 6. The new Call of Duty has been in development for over 4 years, a record for the franchise. Black Ops 6 will bring back espionage intrigue, spectacular missions, and multiplayer with a prestige system. The plot is intriguing. Real politicians from the 1990s will play an important role. Judging by the trailer, the game already looks more ambitious and spectacular than the best installment in recent years, Cold War. The story is set just as the Cold War is about to end. The main character, a CIA operative, and his partners are forced to go underground after a failed operation. Now they are fighting against spies entrenched in the intelligence agency's leadership. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Good Indiana Jones games haven't been released in ages. The Great Circle is being developed by the creators of the shooter Wolfenstein and the stealth action game Chronicles of Riddick. So there's no need to worry about the adventure component. The hero will solve complex puzzles, fight with a whip, and search for artifacts. Fans of the films will enjoy references to events in Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Face of a Young Harrison Ford. The creators claim that the game's events are canonical for the franchise's timeline. If the experiment succeeds, we might get several more games about the archaeologist in a hat. Space Marine 2. The original Space Marine was released in 2011. The sequel's announcement was a pleasant surprise for the universe's fans. The game is being developed by the creators of the zombie shooter World War Z, so the new game will also feature hordes of enemies attacking the main characters simultaneously. As in the first part, in Space Marine 2, players will alternate between shooting and melee combat. Titus has powerful firearms and chain swords that tear Tyranids apart. In battles with more dangerous enemies, players will need to block and counterattack in time. There will also be spectacular finishing moves in the spirit of Doom Eternal. Project Mugen. This will be a free-to-play action RPG, similar to a mix of Genshin Impact and Grand Theft Auto. The game's events unfold in a huge open world resembling a futuristic metropolis. Players take on the role of a detective known as Infinite Trigger, who must investigate and eliminate mysterious anomalies threatening the city. The game will feature rich combat mechanics and a variety of characters, each with unique abilities and weapons. It supports teamwork. Players can assemble a squad of 4 characters, each with their own characteristics and ultimate abilities. While moving around the world, characters can use various types of transportation. Gears of War E-Day. Instead of the expected Gears 6, we got a prequel to the entire Gears of War series. The events of the new game take place 14 years before the plot of the first part of the franchise. The game will cover several storylines, including familiar heroes and new characters encountering the Locust for the first time. The game is aimed at fans of the Gears of War universe, offering them the opportunity to explore the origins of the conflict that started the saga. The developers aim to convey the atmosphere of that fateful day and show how humanity ended up at the epicenter of the catastrophe. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, an RPG with clear influences from the JRPG genre, created on the Unreal Engine 5. In the world of Expedition 33, a higher power changes the world every year, literally erasing a single specific age group from existence. Under the player's guidance, the heroes embark on a dangerous expedition to break this cycle. Players will explore various biomes, encounter unusual life forms, and solve puzzles revealing the secrets of this world. The developers pay special attention to the atmosphere, drawing inspiration from classic science fiction and artists creating dark fantasy worlds. Kingdom Come: Deliverance II. This is almost the only modern RPG franchise set in a realistic medieval setting. There is no magic or dragons, but the life of ordinary 15th century people is well depicted. The series immerses players in a harsh world where the hero is just another pawn in a cycle of large-scale events. In the first part, Henry couldn't even read at first, let alone fence. He had to learn everything from scratch, which was what made the original Deliverance so engaging. The sequel is expected to surpass the original in all aspects. The open world will be twice as large as in the first part, and characters will react more realistically to the player's actions. Gameplay will also become more diverse, with the addition of early pistols and crossbows. In the sequel, we will see a more mature and experienced hero. The young man will pursue not only personal goals, but also participate in important historical battles. Assassin's Creed Shadows. The next part of the series will take us to feudal Japan, torn by civil wars. A female samurai meets a warrior escaping from slavery. The heroes don't trust each other much, but are forced to work together. After the compact spin-off Mirage, the series returns to a large open world. In Shadows, for the first time since Syndicate, there will be 2 playable characters, but otherwise there won't be many surprises. The authors use the proven formula of Odyssey, flexible leveling, numerous side quests, and a non-linear storyline. South of Midnight. This adventure game from the developers of We Happy Few promises to take players on a journey into a world of magic, monsters, and guitar-playing skeletons. The game's events unfold in the American South, where fantastic creatures from local myths reside. The main character hunts supernatural monsters that have entered her world. To fight them, the heroine uses magical abilities that will help not only tame dangerous creatures, but also uncover the mystery of her family's past. Death Stranding 2, the highly anticipated sequel to Hideo Kojima's cult classic, promises to deepen the story begun in the first part and expand its boundaries in terms of both narrative and gameplay. The game invites us into a post-apocalyptic world where events unfold against a backdrop of mysterious and supernatural phenomena. The second installment will retain the unique social strand, mechanics, and improved gameplay aspects, including a more advanced movement system and environmental interaction. The combat system will also see enhancements with new types of enemies. Created with the Decima engine, the game will offer even more realistic graphics. Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater. This is a remake of the cult classic game from Konami, Metal Gear Solid 3, which promises to update the legendary story while preserving its original atmosphere and plot. The game tells the series' backstory, where the main character, Special Agent Snake, ventures into the jungle to rescue a scientist and prevent a global crisis. Set in 1964, the storyline immerses us in the Cold War era, revealing complex relationships between characters and spy world intrigues. The remake aims to retain key elements of the original, such as stealth mechanics and dramatic storytelling, while improving graphics and gameplay to modern standards. Atomfall. The creators of Sniper Elite are working on a new game called Atomfall, an action game in the spirit of Fallout. The events unfold in an alternate 20th century Britain, ravaged by a nuclear catastrophe. Players are immersed in a bleak world where radiation and dangerous mutants are constant threats, and their main task is survival. The developers promise a detailed and atmospheric environment where every location bears the mark of destruction and desolation. Special attention is given to exploration elements, allowing players to find valuable resources, build shelters, and defend against enemies. Players can use a wide arsenal of tools and weapons to defend against mutants and overcome radiation threats. The storyline promises to be rich and full of unexpected twists, with the game world dynamically reacting to the player's actions. Ballad of Anthura. The action of this game takes place in a vast fantasy world that is on the brink of vanishing due to war. The main character must embark on a journey to find ancient divine beings who can prevent the impending catastrophe. Throughout the game, the player will travel between two parallel worlds, gradually assembling a team of emissaries and strengthening their squad. However, the central figure in this challenging adventure will be a mysterious little girl whom the main character carries on his back. Star Wars Outlaws. This will be the first game in the Star Wars universe to feature a seamless open world. The action takes place between the films The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The main character, a young smuggler named Kay, decides to undertake the biggest heist of her life and sets off on a journey through the galaxy's underworld. Gameplay-wise, Outlaws will lean more towards stealth action rather than combat. The heroine relies on gadgets, cunning, and environmental features rather than brute force or superpowers. Additionally, if Kay gets spotted by the Empire, a bounty will be placed on her. The wanted level system is reminiscent of the GTA and Red Dead Redemption series. Grand Theft Auto 6. The long-awaited continuation of Rockstar's legendary series promises to set a new benchmark in the open-world genre. The action takes place in a fictional version of Miami, and covers a vast area, including urban landscapes, surrounding rural areas, and islands. The developers plan to use modern technologies to create a highly realistic and vibrant world. GTA 6 will also introduce numerous innovations, including an improved vehicle handling mechanic and the latest animation technologies for smoother and more natural character movements. Rockstar has also announced a significant expansion of interaction possibilities with the world and its inhabitants. The game will offer a rich selection of vehicles, as well as a wide arsenal of weapons and gadgets. GTA 6 is expected to not only be a technical breakthrough, but also set new standards in the gaming industry. Which game are you most looking forward to and why? Write about it in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.